Guys, please subscribe and help the channel get to 150k subscribers. Yay! FANS Wethu TV, it's the Pathway Premiership, Kaizer Chiefs 2, AmaZulu 2, I'm joined by Tatan. Aye, Peri.
Aye, Pukile. Oh snap, I forgot that we didn't witness Mob Justice football, I'm joking.
This was not Pirates, my brother.
Nah, man, we came and we witnessed entertaining football match between Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu. You know, like when we just delineate, you know, on the game, first things first is that like both teams, they came 4-2-3-1, and you could tell that both formations, you know, they were negated, you know, like they were quite ineffective for both of them, right? But I think when you look at AmaZulu, we can start with AmaZulu, right? In terms of the build-up of AmaZulu. So yes, Phyllis and Rama, they're not comfortable in terms of playing, right? But I think them having Bongani Zung in front of them that can be able to link up with Eckstein, I think it had a marvelous game. Our first half, we saw that link-up play and also ball circulation, you know, being better. Hanamop as well, he was occupied, he never moved because of, what's his name, that guy? Lollipop. No.
Oh, Lollipop,
yeah. But what did they use? They used more of Wade User's side. And of course, Rama Shempechele, when he had the ball, first half, right? He'd just play the ball, and there was the striker, I just forgot his name. The number 9, and what they did is that every time when they play the long ball, Muremi would run, right? And of course he would flick the ball, and that was quite smart. And again, if you look at other people, be like Cross, he didn't have a good game, but Cross, he was overwhelmed. Cross, what happened is that like whomever was supposed to assist Cross, you know, I think it was Bule Modi first half, he never tracked back and be able to assist him, and that's why you'd find him making those kind of mistakes. Miguel Inacho, to be quite honest, to me, on Kaizer Chiefs defense, he is he is a reliability. No. You know, you can't rely on him. You know, you could say he is somebody whom, if teams they can plan around him, they can see that he's somebody that they can be able to, you know, penetrate through, right? Then Kaizer Chiefs as well had a good game, but when you look at the first half, especially in the middle field, you had Kele, you had Mart, and in front of them they had Mdu, but then nothing really materialized in what sense. So there were no much progressive passes or advanced into advanced spaces, right? So Kele and Mart, they'll play side to side. There was where, like, I would think, you know, what's his name, Lollipop, I'll call him that because I heard they call him that. There was where he kind of like, you know, came back from his side and was on the line, and he was just waiting for diagonal, and they didn't play him a diagonal, and that's where he had to tuck in and start to play as well. And I think Benham Torre also did a brilliant job in doing what, in being able to nullify Dudu's by following him all the time, because they couldn't be able to find him at all, right? Then okay, cool, they got the goal similar to AmaZulu. Came second half as well. I think the changes that they made, Kaizer Chiefs, are quite questionable, right? Because you bring in Kele, and again, like some other guy, I think he just mentioned, you know, I was looking forward to have Matlou, George, and Azwani, you know, as a build-up, you know, from the previous game, where you could see these players, they were kind of like, in our previous game against us, they were giving us problems because they were playing forward passes, and they were allowing Pulo Modi to be able to play as well, right? So, but we didn't really see that coming. And another thing that, you know, we saw, which I think any other support, it's not about Kaizer Chiefs, right? You know, you remember I told you about obscenity as well. That's what we saw. You know, it's content. Sorry, it's obscenity and indecency that we saw, and you don't do that to your player, because, you know, they were calling out they were calling out Ranga, you know, and you don't know why they do that. And if there's one thing that I saw, this is just off the ball incidents, right, off the field incidents, is that like Kaizer Chiefs supporters, they're not united, you know. And when you hear it is their fortress, but it doesn't feel like it is their fortress. You know, they should be able to take advantage of such games. And for us, we love football. Yes, I'm an Orlando Pirates supporter, but again, I'm a football lover, you know, at heart. But then when you come here, you want to see, you know, probably like a home team being able to dominate and everything, but you didn't see all of that coming through. So, okay, back to the game. Mtetwa. They introduced him, but I don't think it was quite an effective substitute to introduce, because then you know that he's going to play more of back passes. Defensive. But then defensive, Eckstein and Rowan Newman as well, they did very well. Wow, yeah, Eckstein, he is experienced, you know, you could tell, and he was making them play. Igadaro as well, he was introduced the second half. You know, he gave Inacho, you know, problems there as well. I just feel like, because every time I'm just being cut, I'm thinking like ahead. I can't really talk much about the game. You know, you make me to think like that. You know, so but with that being said, it was I think a fair game, a fair result. But again, I think in terms of Kaizer Chiefs, the coach, he doesn't have an inkling idea of like how they really want to play, because we can't see the identity of the team, the style of play. And you know what, let's leave politics, but you can see Kaizer Chiefs does have quality, right? But they just have to have, you know, a pattern of like, how do we really want to play? How do you really want to approach the game? Another thing we could say is the coach. But the last game they played against us, what did they do? The same players, they applied themselves, and you could tell probably again it's the attitude of the players, because they choose the games. There's no fault in coach being able to play another player. It's because you part of the squad. When I bring you in, you should be able to do the job. It's like if you're not here, Spio, when he comes, yes, different characters, but the job will be carried through and executed right. So with that being said, I think, yeah, from Kaizer Chiefs in terms of pertinent, the players' attitude as well, I think it's quite evident. The next one, it's Stellis, you know. So we don't know what's going to happen there. It's none of our business, but of course, because we love football, we'll be able to watch. But in terms of results, it's none of our business. But when we come back to men of the match, I had like 3 people. Russian Dudley, I don't think that guy is going to be here for 2 seasons or longer. He's very good. Now, that boy is very good. Or Eckstein, or you know, the actual man of the match, which is Human, right? Yeah. So I really cannot choose between these 3. All of them, they had a solid game, and you want me to give you one because he was your teammate when you were younger. Now, to be honest, I think I resonate more with defensive players, because they do the dirty job and they don't get the, you know, the applaud, right? So in this regard, I'm going to give it to Russian Dudley. He does have a bright future ahead of him. I just wish Chiefs can be able to sign, you know, a centre back that will be able to complement him, because he is a good player. With that being said, we thank you.
Thank you very much.